good performance. I mean, as I said before, 0.6 away from pole.
Very good, and you know, it's been a long time coming. Johnny Herbert had 2 very difficult years, as has the Lotus team. And way back in Hungary, he was literally on the point of saying, look, I've had enough, I'm going to take a walk. There's no point in me being a Grand Prix driver with the current equipment. So opportunity arose just before the European Grand Prix where Ligier were able to buy out the contract, and instantly he was plucked from the Ligier and placed into the Benetton Ford, principally to support Michael Schumacher's quest for the championship, but also to ensure or try and guarantee the Benetton Ford team winning the Manufacturers' Championship.
Michael Schumacher is 0.487 ahead of anybody else being headed by Damon Hill, but jump from Damon in second to Martin Brundle in ninth is only 0.4 of a second. That's close.
It is close, and certainly, as ever, we're going to see it. One great motor race on Sunday afternoon.
Well, he timed it right. Ukyo Katayama 1 minute to go, crossing the line for his final lap. And it's got to be the lap for Ukyo Katayama because he is currently 14th. But what's worse for Katayama is he's behind teammate Mark Blundell.
Well, I think we're going to see a degree of courage here, which is something that's never been short for Ukyo Katayama, but he knows that what he does today is better than having to try and do it on the second day of qualifying. And Katayama looks to me like he's going to go through any caution to the wind. He's got a fine shot here, and he made an error there, and he's well over the curb on the exit, and that just shows, and look there, the time reflected, he's lost over 1.5 seconds at that first intermediate, and really he might as well just say, oh, that's it, I've lost so much time to that one little moment of exuberance, and to try and put himself ahead of Mark Blundell. Well, maybe he can, but it'll be disappointment for Ukyo Katayama.
Not many seconds to go in this first qualifying session. Actually, it's finished. This first qualifying session by the people that still have to cross start-finish. So Michael Schumacher only did 7 laps. While 1.9 seconds is the difference between Schumacher and Katayama. If he can keep it up, he will improve on his time because currently 2.3 seconds slower than Michael Schumacher on the 1:39.479. And marginal improvement from Ukyo Katayama, but still in 14th position. So Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Frentzen, Mansell and Herbert. There's your top 5 after 60 minutes with Eddie Irvine 6th.
What I think is interesting is, and you know, the Benetton Ford team will probably make the point, and that's Michael Schumacher only needed 7 laps to be almost half a second quicker than Damon Hill, who had to do 12 laps to get that time. Now, the psychology between the two teams, between the two drivers, is ongoing, and that's the kind of little innuendo I'm sure will be put to both drivers. David Coulthard, you've been sitting watching this session here with us. What are your thoughts looking towards the battle between the two, but really in particular with Damon Hill?
Well, as you said earlier, John, I agree totally with the fact that it shows exactly what Damon has. His greatest strength is the fact that no matter how much you throw at him, he seems to find out a little bit more. And I thought when he had been held up in his first flying lap, the best the tyres had gone, he was still able to come back and only be 4 times slower than Michael. So I still think that in the second qualifying tomorrow will be a little bit closer, and it's something interesting to see whether he can tip him. Psychologically, it's very important.
So a spectacular qualifying session Saturday here in Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix with Michael Schumacher on provisional pole, Damon Hill second, Frentzen third, Mansell fourth, Herbert fifth, and Irvine in sixth. Top 13 after 60 minutes of qualifying. The top 6, we've gone through them over and over again. Alesi moves up to 7th, Hakkinen is 8th, just ahead of Martin Brundle. Barrichello rounds out the top 10. Then it's Berger, Morbidelli and Mark Blundell. from Gerhard Berger, another good performance. Disappointment for Ukyo Katayama on 14th, JJ Leto 15th in his first run in the Sauber. The last qualifiers are David Brabham, Mika Salo and Taka Inouye. Inouye in the Syntax Ford. Not qualified for the moment are Bertrand Gachot and Paul Belmondo, 27th and 28th. So that's the situation, 60 minutes to go, and then we know who will be definitely on pole position for Sunday's race.
The Formula One World Championship is brought to you on Eurosport by Ford, Formula One's most successful team. Hitachi. Elf Fuel, World Champion.